Hello everyone, this is Jay. I'm at Inspiration Masters, and as a part of our inspiring series, we get an opportunity to meet the best, the entrepreneurs, the business owners, and the difference maker who make a difference not only in our lives in Dallas but around the world. And today I have a great privilege to have one of the difference maker here, Farhana Surya Namaskar. She's very special, and we are going to talk to her today. Welcome, Farhana, to Inspiration Masters.
Thank you so much.
We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
And something about Farhana, she is a published author and a writer, a speaker, healer, dreamer, idealist, seeker, and the game changer. So she has a background in Canada, Kenya, and India, and has served the people from diverse culture and economic backgrounds, and has worked with low-income families, elderly, street children, and even neglected children. She has a background in sociology from York University in Canada. She's a Reiki practitioner and believes in the power of self-healing, and also is a founder of M plus M series, where she coaches community on power of meditation and mindfulness. And today I had the option to speak in so many languages because she speaks not one, two, three. She speaks 7 languages. But today I'll stick to English probably.
Let's do that.
But that's making it easy for me, right? But I had an option to speak in 7 languages. So we are so excited to have you here. And you have so many things we can talk about. So tell us something about self-healing. We'll start with Reiki and then we'll go further. What is Reiki? How you use it? And tell us something about it.
So Reiki is channeling divine energy from source, from God. And literally being a medium where you are being used to channel this divine energy on the person that you are healing. And so I went through the process of getting attuned over the past couple of years, and I've gotten my level 1, 2, and 3 as a Reiki practitioner. But simply put, and the way my guru likes to explain it very simply, is that when a child gets injured or when we get injured, our immediate instinct to provide comfort and healing to that wound for our child is to use our hands.
Right.
And so we are channeling healing, and it's the intention that we're putting out there to provide healing in that
That's
area.
right.
And so I got into it, as of the last 2 years, and that's a big part of what I do.
That's excellent. So not a lot of people know a whole lot about Reiki, but it's one of the healing practices where you don't really use anything of a medicine or anything.
No, it's
just,
purely based on healing
purely
hands.
based on hands.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's very interesting. And you also are doing mindfulness and meditation,
Yeah.
which is it's a buzzword, but we don't know much about it.
Right.
Tell us something about what you do with those 2 things.
So mindfulness, simply put, is the awareness of the present moment. I think that most of us, when we experience stress or anxiety, stress comes from past experiences.
Yes.
Anxiety is something that stems from our future, the unknown future.
That's right, yeah.
And so when we look at a timeline where we are in our everyday, we're either stressed out about what happened in our past, we remain maybe angry and resentful about it,
Yes.
but the past is the past.
Yes.
And then we suffer from anxiety about the unknown future.
Right.
So if we were to describe where are we in our current state, we're stuck either behind or forward.
Yes.
We're anywhere but here.
Okay,
So
yeah, the present is a missing part.
The present is missing.
Oh, okay.
I like to tell people their presence in the present moment. So mindfulness is bringing awareness to our present moment experience and accepting it for whatever it is.
Right.
So if we're angry and upset right now, how does that show up in our bodies? Our heart starts beating, we have sweaty palms. What are we feeling? Mindfully noticing using our 5 senses and using our breath. So breathing is one of the things we do automatically, right? We wake up in the morning, it's kind of something that we take for granted.
Absolutely, yeah.
But when we bring awareness on purpose to our breath, the impact that it has on just anchoring in the present moment is quite phenomenal.
So you teach people how to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
How to be mindful or be aware
of that
how to
present
do
moment.
it. Yeah.
Because sometimes we drift away in a past thought,
Mhm.
or we create a story in our mind of a worst case scenario that's going to happen, and then you pretty much you start acting out what you think might happen.
Right.
But if you mindfully bring your attention back to the present moment and ask a simple
Mhm.
question, what is going on right now?
Right.
Is that situation occurring? You realize, no, it's not.
Uh-huh.
But what is occurring right now, and how can I be present in the moment and embrace what it is without any judgment? Without
that's
any
really
rejection.
powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard sometime that the past is the past and future is we don't know about it.
Right.
So yesterday is but a dream,
Mhm.
tomorrow is only a vision,
Mhm.
but a well-lived today makes every yesterday a dream of happiness
Right.
and every tomorrow a vision of hope.
Right.
I think that's what
Absolutely.
mindfulness is.
Yeah.
So you teach that to people, and you also teach meditation.
I also teach meditation, and I combine mindfulness and meditation together. Although they're two separate,
Mhm.
there's a way that you can also combine the practices. But mindfulness is not a formal practice where you would sit, as I would describe it to children, crisscross applesauce, let's go
Uh-huh.
ahead and close our eyes and meditate.
Uh-huh.
That's not what it is. Mindfulness is a practice that you implement in your life in every moment,
Okay.
so that you face your moment-to-moment experiences
Right.
the way it shows up.
Right.
So if you're feeling sad, if a child, for example, is feeling sad,
Mhm.
we want them to understand and face the emotion that comes with sad. So
Okay.
sadness is the emotion.
Mhm.
What are some of the physical sensations? What happens in our sensory world
Uh-huh.
when we're feeling sad?
So let it play
And
through.
let it play through. Because a lot of the time, I
Wow.
think, with children, with adults, is we're rejecting
Mhm.
those emotions. But being with the emotion and accepting it for what is what mindfulness teaches us, is the equanimity, is the non-judgmental experience of what's happening right now.
And you have a great book here, Doing and Being.
Yes.
Tell us something how it came about and what is it about?
So doing
It's a children's book, right?
Yes.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
children's picture book that teaches children about mindfulness.
Mhm.
It goes through Charlie's day. Charlie's the main character,
Uh-huh.
and how he uses his five senses and the breath to focus in his present moment.
Uh-huh.
So it's using senses and breath to teach, how mindfulness works.
Wow. And you said you grew up in Kenya and also in Canada. Tell us something about how those experiences have added value to your life. What is it because it's a very different place, being in Canada and Kenya and being in the United States for so long.
Yeah.
So what are those things which have added to something like this?
For this type of a project, and just in general, being from so many different parts of the world, it's really added value to my life experience in terms of diversity and the
Uh-huh.
exposure,
Yes.
and how important diversity is on every day, understanding
Yes.
people's cultures and backgrounds and faiths, regardless of where they come from.
Yeah, you get a lot of acceptance of being in so many places.
Yeah, and you get to grow and evolve so much rather than just being in one part of the world for
Uh-huh.
so long. You get to experience and see the world in different lights and different colors. And so, I'm hoping that at some point Doing and Being will address diversity and will translate it into many of the languages that I speak.
Many of the languages
Yeah.
you speak. So you have one quote here: dream big, dream wild, nothing is impossible when you have a pure intention, love, will, and faith in God. Everything else is fear.
Yeah.
So tell us something about it.
So I think I'm a late bloomer when it comes to that, but I don't think it's better late than never. And I really am focusing on my dream.
Mm-hmm.
I brought out my inner child, and my inner child is a reflection of my son.
Uh-huh.
So every time I encounter my son, and that's one of my main roles as a mom,
Uh-huh.
is that children dream big all the time.
That's right.
They
How old
think
is
that-
he?
He's 7.
He's 7.
So nothing
Okay.
is impossible according to a child.
That's right,
They
yeah.
live in
Mhm.
complete love.
Uh-huh.
So the book was inspired by them, and he's kind of a reminder that even though, I've reached the age that I am, I'm 39,
Uh-huh.
but even though I'm 39, I've become very childlike. So childlike, like dream big,
That's right. That's the only way you can be present
Right.
in today.
Right.
And that's a very interesting thought. and with all your experiences with the book, and you're also working on a lot of other projects, would you like to share some thoughts with our viewers to see how they can add these things and these ideas practically into their life?
Absolutely. I want to share with you that if you feel on a daily basis you suffer from stress or anxiety and you want to bring some calm and just some awareness into your present moment without projections of the past or anxiety about the future, I would definitely suggest looking into mindfulness. If you're interested in talking to me more about it, you can reach me through my website, which is www.farhanasuryanamaskar.com, and that's the author name on the book, so make sure you look me up. You can contact me on Facebook or Instagram as well, and just shoot me an email and let's talk about how we can bring mindfulness into your everyday.
Farhana, that was very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing all the good thoughts about the mindfulness meditation. And everyone who wants to reach out, you can reach out to Farhana Surya Namaskar. We are going to find out more about Surya Namaskar. Keep tuned in, and with the entire team of Inspiration Masters, we wish you all the best for everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you again.